MSL. We've got a big contest between Perth Longobarda and Perth United. Both sides are looking for a very valuable 3 points. Perth United, with the 1 win, sit outside the relegation zone, but only just. Perth Longobarda haven't picked up a win yet in their 3 encounters, but they've been quite competitive throughout all their matches, so it'll be a good opportunity today to score some points on the board. Perth United, coached by Filippo Astuni, who was the founder of Longobarda 12 years ago, so first time for him coaching against his former club. And for Bruno Di Gregorio, his Longobarda side have been working hard at the training ground, and they're at full strength tonight. They'll line up with McCracken, Berryan, Sharazan, Shaz Ramley. For Perth United, Credowicz will start alongside Michalak, Jan Schock, and I believe it's Castro at the back. Spencer Bickmore-Smith in goal for Perth United. Credowicz to Michalak, who looked for the return ball down the line. Credowicz, Castro, ball to the wing, Schock. And an early challenge coming in on Jan Schock, so free kick for Perth United just inside their half. Schock perhaps outside scoring range, but goes for goal, deflected away by the Longobarda defence. And Castro under a high pressure from Castillo. Castro to Schock. Now Credowicz. Longobarda are pressing high once more. Credowicz's ball long, but into McCracken's hands. Got save of the round last week, Sean McCracken. He's been in good form. He's had a good start to the season. For what I've heard, it's my first game commentating Longobarda this season, but it's been something I'm looking forward to doing. I've had quite a few close results, only going down 3-0 to Cumbria. It was a 1-0 game for the most of it. And last week, only going down 5-3 to South Perth Alliance. So they've definitely played 2 of the hardest sides in the comp, but have had some positive results despite not getting any points on the board. For Perth United, well, they went down to Stirling last week, defeated Condors in their maiden victory in the league the week before, and were outclassed by Perth Pumas 4-1 in the opening fixture. Berryan, good little move to break forward. Credowicz comes in there. Castro holding the attack. And a side ball for Longobarda. Berryan fizzes it inside the area. Fended away by Bickmore-Smith. Castro launches it long. Schock tries to touch it down with the acrobatic. Now it's with Ramley. Sharazan to the wing. Castillo flicks on with the outside of the boot. And Longobarda settle with Berryan centre court. Berryan's pass or day shifts into the arms of Bickmore-Smith. Castro to Credowicz. Credowicz trying to find a way through. Somehow manages to do so, and he's taken out in the end, Alexander Credowicz. Berryan getting the warning for the challenge, and that's 2 fouls on the board for Perth Longobarda. He gets brought back behind the halfway line. Michalak to Schock. Ball down the line. Castro tries to lay it off. And the Perth United side ball to come. Castro. Credowicz. Chuck. Left foot ball forward into Credowicz. Back to Chuck. Dribbles through the centre. Lays it off to Michalak, who again draws a foul from Berrien, and he goes into the referee's notebook early on. Di Gregorio brings him to the bench. Juan James comes on alongside Vicari. Ball forward, Credowicz trying to make something of it. McCracken claims. James. Castillo to Vicari. And now Ramley looks for the return ball over the top. Bickmore Smith collects it. Credowicz. Ball in behind to Choksy. McCracken claims well. James on the counter attack. Tries to play it forward. Gives it away to Credowicz, who's got no real support, but goes alone. Left foot is striking at the near side. Vicari. James. To Ramley. Castillo. Back to Ramley in the centre. Vicari tries to play it on. Bickmore Smith. Credowicz, Chuck, now Castro. Tries to find Chucksy in the centre. It's given away. And the ball from James needed to be better. Long throw at Bickmore Smith. Ramley, good defensive interception. Looks for the ball to Castillo. Credowicz, shot back to Credowicz. Castro. Drives forward, Castro still going. Ricochets off Ramley. And it fell to him once more. It's hit the crossbar. Danger not cleared yet though. Choksy with a good chance. Back heels it into Castro. Credowicz trying to make some space and does. But McCracken palms away for a corner. United coming awfully close there. Longobarda with a let off. They didn't react to the loose ball quick enough. Ball upfield, shot back down. Credowicz, centering pass. Castro, it's Cavalcanti. Ball in the corner, Credowicz waiting for support. It just plays it off. Juan James as Longobarda call the timeout. And back out from the timeout here. Longobarda come. They're looking to arrest the early momentum Perth United have had and perhaps avoid giving away any more fouls. Sharazan. Ramley. Back to Sharazan, who returns to the Longobarda captain, who rotates out the back. Now here's Sharazan. Dribbles inside. Vicari. And the ball forward. Trying to connect with Juan James. But the pass just going astray. Bickmore Smith. Cavalcanti. Ball down the line. Ramley manages to keep it in. But Sharazan's return ball, not a good one. Kretowicz. Up the line. Chucksy back to Kretowicz, who returns to Chucksy. Chuck flicks it inside the area. McCracken with a safe hands. And Vicari to the bench. Sharazan now. Ramley back to Sharazan. He looks to go one-on-one. Cuts inside and pulls the trigger, but wide of the target. Long throw, Bickmore Smith. Nice chest down by Kretowicz, who's trying to make some space. The real opportunity now, and he's found the back of the net. Past Sean McCracken. Alexander Kretowicz opens the scoring for Perth United. And he'll make his way to the bench. A well-deserved rest. Inside the first 6 minutes of the game, Perth United take the lead, and they've looked the more threatening of the two sides early on. James. Sharazan to Barrian. And Sharazan with a good opportunity. Smashes that one toward the back post, but Hiro couldn't have the finishing touch. Shot battling forward in the centre. Sharazan coming away with it. Tries to cut it back for James. Gutierrez back to McCracken. He plays it short to Barrian. Ball down the line. Sharazan's found it. Return pass Barrian. Should have gone with the left there, but it's good play by Longobarda. Castro looks for the 1-2 with Choxy. It comes off. Ball down the line. Somehow still held on to it. Longobarda win back possession. Here's Gutierrez. And a high press from Chock. Gets it out wide to James. Now Sharazan. Back down the line. Gutierrez. Resets back to James. And the ball forward. Picks out Sharazan well. But the effort just going over the bar. Long ball in the Soto direction. But it will roll through for McCracken. James centering ball. Barrian. Gutierrez. Barrian trying to connect. Bickmore Smith. Long throw. And eased out of it with Soto. James was deemed to have done it legally. Soto to Castro, loses out. Barrian helps it onto James. Quick beat by James, couldn't beat Castro, who tried to go beyond him once more. Barrian looked to squeeze it through to Gutierrez. Now United on the counter-attack. Gutierrez battling for it with Cavalcanti. Now Castro. To Soto. Back to Castro. Cavalcanti on the wing. As Chucksy looks to make way to the bench. Long ball forward in search of Soto. And they've won it up high, Perth United. A 2 against McCracken. Squaring ball, and United make it 2-0. It's Cavalcanti to finish off at the back post, and double Perth's advantage. McCracken left stranded. Longobarda losing it up the back, and they were punished as a few substitutions come on for Perth. Longobarda, Ramley and Vicari back on the court. Ramley to Gutierrez. The ball down the line. Looks for the return ball and almost deflected goal with Bickmore Smith long. Good control by Castro. And a comfortable save for McCracken. Long throw up the other end. This time Bickmore Smith claims rather easily. Castro on the ball at the back to Soto. Down the line, flicked on, and Soto's in behind again. Longobarda get well quickly this time. Legal challenge by Vicari. Looks to go up the other end. And Mitchellak, Bickmore Smith clears upfield. Ramley, Gutierrez, McCracken. Short to Ramley. Gutierrez helps it onto Vicari. He pulls the trigger but couldn't find the target. Credowicks back on for Perth United. Bickmore Smith long, Vicari puts it behind. And Jaimez back on for Perth. Longobarda didn't have a long stint on the bench at all. Settling ball, Credowicks. Well turned in behind Credowicks, and it's 3-0 now. Credowicks is too good. A rolling foul to go along with the goal, and United have had a brilliant start to this contest. Ramley, Vicari, Jaimez, back to Ramley. Jaimez once more centering ball. Vicari looks to flick it over the top. Bickmore Smith. Short to Basviani. Credowicks. Back to Basviani. Castro just about gets it to Basviani. Down the line, Mitchellak. Trod the parallel flick. Loses out to Ramley. Ball stayed in play. Chance for Longobarda. Castillo in behind. And just going past the post. Basviani. Ball trying to find Credowicks. Cut out by Vicari. Jaimez. To Ramley. Back to Jaimez. Now Castillo. Ramley looks for the 1-2. And the audacious ball forward cut out. Castro's pass inside of Mitchellak didn't come off. Ramley. To Jaimez. Look to beat Basviani with the first touch. Mitchellak. Lovely diagonal ball. Castro brings it down well and has hit the upright again on the follow-up. Credowicks strikes on the left boot. Sent behind by Ramley. Credowicks up the line. Mitchellak looks for some space, and this time the shot was offline. Berrien back on for Longo. Ramley to Jaimez inside. Castillo back out to Ramley. Flicks it down the line, and the shot from the angle by Jaimez wins the corner. Up the line, dummied for Ramley, and tipped over by Bickmore Smith. Scuffed effort by Castillo. It's still alive for Jaimez. Bickmore Smith forced into action again. Up the line, Castillo. Ball was Paul. Touch was heavy. Remy coming on now, the big target man for Perth United. Short to Baziani. Now to Castro. Baziani finds Kredowicz, who returns it, and it's a good move from Baziani. He's broken away 3-on-2. Real chance for Perth United. Ball to the back post, cut out by Longobarda. Still alive for Perth United. Baziani in search of Castro. Cuts inside and shoots on the slide, but now up the other end here, Longobarda go. Ramley. James to Ramley. Back to James. And flicked down the line by Castillo, but didn't have a runner. As Shock comes back on for Perth United. Looks to speed up the tempo a bit. Castro almost picking out Shock's run. James halted by Castro. And shot comes in from distance. Ramley's found the back of the net. An error from Bickmore Smith. And Longobarda, well, they've got something on the scoreboard now. A much needed goal. Something out of nothing for Longobarda. A lapse of concentration from the Perth United goalkeeper. And now puts Longobarda in a much preferred position as we head toward the half-time break. Shot, good ball down the line. Kredowicz for the immediate response, and he finds the back of the net again. Alex Kredowicz. What a response by Perth United. And what a finish by Kredowicz, who makes way to the bench again. James to Ramley. Berryon in the centre. James. Back to Berryon, and the ball was short, but James with a good sliding challenge. And manages to buy the foul. Yusuf Berryon looks for the centering ball into James. Claimed by Bickmore Smith. Kabulkani. And Chucksy loses out. Sharazan's ball forward. Chock gives it away at the back. Berryon. Sharazan. But wide of the upright. Bickmore Smith, long for Remy, headed away by Ramley. Silky footwork by Kabulkani. He finds Chock in the centre. He tries to test McCracken from range. McCracken is short to James. And down the line, Sharazan. And looking for the back post was Shaz Ramley. Bickmore Smith. Kabulkani. Shoxy. Back to Kabulkani. Ball in the middle. Remy looks to turn. Ramley. Good move around the defender. But the shot on the left foot goes wide. Bickmore Smith. Short to Kabulkani. Shoxy. Under pressure is Chock. Cuffs it up at the back. But James just can't manage to keep it in play. Bickmore Smith. And looks long for Remy. But a poor pass in the end. Quickly taken by Longobarda. Sharazan gives it away. Chucks it to Chock. Now Cavalcanti back to Chock. Ball down the line. Cavalcanti to Choxy. Looks for the 1-2. Good ball and chipped into the area, but McCracken claims. Vicari. Jaimez. Sharazan. Vicari pokes it in the direction of Jaimez. Shot to Cavalcanti. And now Choxy, poor back heel. Jaimez with a good chance. Lays it off Sharazan, and Jaimez blocked off the line by Cavalcanti. Now Perth United on the counter-attack. Chock's ball behind the attacker. Vicari to Ramley. Finds Jaimez inside. But the touch just lets him down there. Ramley makes way to the bench. Credowicz back on. And receives it with space in the middle. Alexander Credowicz bursting down the wing and looks to play it to the back post. Finds its way there in the end. And United pressing for a fifth before the half-time break. Shot to Credowicz. Ball back to the captain. Long pass forward. Choxy keeps it in. Shot. Ball down the line to Credowicz, who's got the speed, but Vicari does well defensively. Ball in the middle. Jaimez, who's played quite a few minutes in this first half. Down the line of Sharazan. Resets with Ramley. Cuts inside well. Tries to find Jaimez. Cavalcanti appeals for a free kick. Nothing given. Jaimez finds a way through. But not going to be able to get past Chock in the corner. Side ball, Perth United. Longo look to press high. Bickmore Smith scoops it over the top to Credowicz. That's Chock. And Perth United just hold possession as the halftime whistle goes. They're out to a resounding 4-1 lead at the break.
Futsal WA has social futsal competitions 5 nights a week at Mount Lawley and West Perth. Whether you're an individual or have a group of mates who want to play, there's a junior, men's, women's or mixed competition that will suit you. Contact us to get involved in futsal, an action-packed sport and the fastest growing sport in Australia.
And we're back live with the second half of this contest. Perth United at a 4-1 half-time lead. Are really closing down on their second 3 points of the season. Goalkeeping change made in the United net. Alexander Robert replaces Spencer Bickmore-Smith. And Perth Longobarda will need a monumental effort to come back from this half-time deficit. Ramley to Castillo. Sharazan. And the ball forward, trying to find a Castillo. But it couldn't quite connect. Robert for his introduction into the match. Long throw forward to Chalk, and it's a brilliant one. He looks to hook it to the back post where Credowicz was lurking, but picked up by Longobarda. Sharazan carries it forward. And ball down the line. Castillo tries to hold it up in the corner. Robert looks for the pass through the centre to Chalk. Ramley. Ball to the wing. Sharazan. Looks to cut inside and gives away an early foul. It's Baziani for Perth United. Short ball to Credowicz on the near side. Shifts it out to Soto. Baziani once more. Back to Soto. Shock. Back to Baziani. Credowicz. Shock again. Baziani down the line to Chalk, who couldn't keep it in the field of play. Ramley. Good ball to Sharazan. Inside, Gutierrez for the 1-2. Ramley to Sharazan in the centre. Gutierrez holds up well and flicks on for Castillo. And again, Gutierrez is found, shot on the turn. And Alexander Robert with his first save of the match. Sharazan makes way to the bench. Berrien, the replacement. Castillo to Berrien. He toe pokes it off Credowicz. Ramley shoots from distance, but too tall of the target. Robert, long throw forward into Soto. Good throw that was. Credowicz. Almost stumbles over it. Laziani. Ball still alive for Perth United. And now Longobarda win it back. Shock with an important clearance. Ramley. Ball in the centre. Castillo back to Ramley. Berrien looks to help it on. Berrien with the toe poke. It comes off Gutierrez at the back post, and Berrien does well to win it back. Gutierrez trying to make something of it. Baziani puts it into touch. Taken quickly by Longobarda. Berrien with a chance here. Losing out to Baziani. He tried to play it forward to Chuck. Ramley to Castillo. Berrien Back to Ramley, ball down the line. Gutierrez look for the return ball. And again, Berrien can't connect. Baziani still going and tries to fire toward the goal, but McCracken fends it away. Credowicz shoots from distance. Tall of the target, McCracken. Short quickly to Berrien. And now Vicarion. Ramley. James back to goal. Through for McCracken. Short to Ramley once more. James. Ramley. Good ball through the centre, but Vicari couldn't settle on it. Just tried to flick it on. Alexander Robert. A long throw, trying to find Chock. McCracken long up the other end, Vicari. Credowicz wins it back. Looks to dart through the centre. Now it's back with Chock. Baziani to settle for Perth United. Soto. Chock. Good touch forward. Credowicz. Chock. Chock. Back to Soto, who returns to Chock. Looks to flick it down the line once again, but the pass was blocked. Chock forward off Berrien. And a good turn by Castro, but fails to stay on his feet. Credowicz under press here, does well to spin out of it. Feeds in Soto, what a ball that was, and it's hit the post and gone out of play. Very nearly 5-1 for Perth United. A flurry of substitutes coming on for Longobarda. Sharazan to James. Berrien under high press by Castro, and Sharazan not taking any risk there with the clearance. Credowicz. Cavalcanti pops it over the top, but Berrien touches it down out of play. Chock. Cavalcanti, ball down the line. Castro, good return pass, and McCracken does enough to see it over. Chock, first time strike over the bar. McCracken short to James. James goes for a bit of a run. Sharazan loses out to Credowicz, who's bursting forward. Centering ball, fighting Credowicz. Spins out of danger and gets the left foot shot off. Sharazan, Berrien, forward to James, back to Berrien. James once more. Gutierrez, James, Berrien, all the way back to McCracken, who punts it long, puts it on Robert's head, who punches away. Chock, Credowicz, Cavalcanti, Remy back on for Perth United. Goes for a run, looks for the 1-2. Well read by Gutierrez. Now here comes Castillo. Has to reset with James. Ball through the middle. Gutierrez trying to hold the ball up and feeds it through for Sharazan, who just didn't anticipate the pass. Scooped into Remy. Strong by the pivot. And James does his defensive duty as well. Castillo to James. Now Gutierrez. Castillo. James. And looks for the 1-2, but it's cut out by Castro, who's driving forward for Perth United. Still going Castro. And I'm surprised that one wasn't given as a foul, but nevertheless, the referees had the best view in the house. James walks it forward. No goals thus far in the second half. Ball down the line for Castillo, who got on the inside of Chalk, but nevertheless, Robert was there to rescue. Remy causing issues up top for Perth United. Sharazan. And tries to switch it to Castillo. Cavalcanti. Rob Michalak looks to beat Castillo. Castro. Cavalcanti. Michalak. Cavalcanti flicks it over the top. Castillo tried to play it forward into Ramley, who lost his footing. Castro. Michalak flicks it in the center. Chance for Longobarda. Ramley plays it forward. And Robert came out. He was brave. And United still have possession. Cavalcani loses out. Ramley down the line. Sharazan back to Ramley. Tries to force his way inside the box. And Robert wrestling for it. Clutches onto it in the end. Short ball to Michalak. Cavalcanti carries inside, has to be careful at the back under pressure. Ramley stumbled over. Pass forward, scuffed in the center. Castillo, nice chip forward. James down the line. Ramley look to feed Sharazan at the back post, and a corner to come for Longobarda. Barry on. Not a bad effort, but just hit over the bar. Long for a Robert. Remy touches down, trying to find Michalak. Jaime settling at the back for Longobarda. Ramley to James. Back to Ramley. Berrien. Ramley. James brings it inside. Good ball forward into Berrien, who's tried to turn. Lays it off for Sharazan, and still alive for Ramley. But just going back to Perth United in the end. Robert. Short to Cavalcanti. Centering ball to Remy. Good touch to bring it down. Michalak. Cavalcanti. Remy. Nice turn. Cavalcanti to Michalak. And McCracken, he makes way to the bench. Longobarda playing flight keeper. Ramley. Jaimez. Ramley. Jaimez. Back to Ramley. Jaimez once more. Pokes it off Castro. Recess with Ramley. Castillo. Ramley. Jaimez, first time ball in the corner. And Sharazan, it's gone in off Robert. Hit the post and ricocheted off the back of the goalkeeper. And Longobarda have put it back to 4-2. A timeout called by Perth United. Time pass down the line from Juan Jaimez, which opens up the space for Sharazan to shoot. Perhaps a little bit fortunate with the goal the way it went in, but Longobarda have worked hard all evening and they've been pushing this Perth United defence, so they've got the reward for it in the end. Still plenty to do though. A 2-goal deficit to make up. And after this timeout, you can bet on the fact that Perth United will come out much more organised defensively for this fifth man, Filippo Ostuni. He's a brilliant coach, but especially when it comes to defence, he's one of the best, and will set this Perth United defence up as compact as you like and try and shut out this Longobarda fly keeper attack. Robert unlucky perhaps to be beaten, but nevertheless it's still a good position to be in for this Perth United side. They've not found the back of the net thus far in the second half, but have still created plenty of opportunities, and they've got their main man back on, Alexander Kredowicz. So too Jan Chuk, so the most experienced four on the court to defend it now for Perth United. Castro to Kredowicz. Back to Castro. Kredowicz with space to advance forward. He pulled one back instantly after the first goal. Now to do so after the second, it just wasn't to be. And Longobarda, long via McCracken.
Play.
Bakari. Ramley. Jaimez. Jaimez does really well. Still calling Jaimez. What a goal this would be. Cuts inside. And that's a brilliant finish, Juan Jaimez. A goal around. You'd have to say it's very early on, but what a finish that was. Beat the whole Perth United team. And now Longobarda are within a kick from being level. And they've still got plenty of time left to go. 5 minutes and 20 seconds left on the clock. So what a thrilling finale we've got in store. Chuk, Kredowicz, back to Chuk. And couldn't connect with Kredowicz for the return. Ramley, Vicari, not really providing the best of options, but gets there in the end and tried to help it on to Gutierrez. Robert looks long for Jan Chuk. Good touch to bring it down. Resets with Castro. Now Kredowicz has got space to turn. Bursting forward through the center, and Jaimez, it should be a yellow card. So a yellow card for Juan Jaimez after that brilliant goal, and Perth United have a chance to work one on Sean McCracken. Gutierrez Makes way to the bench. Yusuf Berian back on the field of play. And Jan Schock, we've seen him score all kinds of set pieces. Scored a brilliant dink over the goalkeeper last week against Stirling. And Perth United really do need this next goal if they want all 3 points. And Schock this time fires off Ramley. And Credowicz, something out of nothing with that shot, but McCracken does enough to deal with the danger. And a corner to come for Perth United. Inside 5 minutes now. The next goal is absolutely vital. Credowicz is on a hat-trick. Schock, squaring pass, and Castro needed to do better there with the finish. McCracken short to Ramley. And McCracken makes his way off the court. Longobarda back into the fly keeper that worked so well for the second goal they scored. And Castillo fires from range, perhaps a little speculative with the effort there, but nevertheless it flew over the bar, allowing McCracken to get back in the Longobarda net. Robert, long throw this time. Michalak, a little flick on with the header, but couldn't keep it in play. Ramley. McCracken subbing off once more. Castillo on for Longobarda. Castillo. Ramley. Back to Castillo. Juan Jaimez. And again, Jaimez. Castillo. Ramley. Jaimez. Castillo, chance for United to capitalise with no keeper in net, but Castillo has the opportunity to substitute with Sean McCracken. And Schock. Ball sent long. McCracken claims well. Jaimez and Longobarda running at it again with the 5th man. Ramley. Castillo down the line. Sharazan. Ramley. Jaimez. What an effort it would be if this Longobarda side can overturn a 4-1 deficit at the break. They've got 2 of the 3 goals required, and could this be the equaliser? Credowicz maybe up the other end, puts it in the back of the net, off the post and in. And that should seal the victory for Perth United. Credowicz has a hat-trick. A brilliant empty net finish from some range as well. And Longobarda have it all to do again. Still plenty of time. 3.5 minutes left to go, but could that goal have shifted momentum back with Perth United? Credowicz being pressed in the corner. Berian battling for it. And it looks like it will end up with Alexander Robert, who has Michalak as the target forward of the ball. Releases Credowicz short. Now Michalak. Inside. Schock looks for the 1-2. Michalak gets there and tried to beat Berian. A soft foul to say the least. Not much in it. No complaints from the Longobarda bench. And the shot comes in. Flies fast at the back post. Castro looking to add the finishing touch, but it just wasn't to be. Ramley. McCracken to the bench. Sharazan on for the 5th man now. Jaimez. Ramley. Sharazan down the line. Castillo. Ramley. Ball forward. Jaimez looks to turn. Ball to the back post, and Castillo couldn't have the finishing touch. Ramley has to be good here. Shocks one a park and puts it into the empty net. And he's made it 6-3 for Perth United. And that's the victory they needed. 6 points on the board from the first 4 games for Filippo Ostuni's side. Longobarda, unfortunately for them, they fall deeper in the relegation zone, but it wasn't for the want of trying. Score was 4-3 only moments ago, and 2 empty net finishes capitalised on by this Perth United side. Has seen the game being put to bed, but moments earlier it was Juan Jaimez who worked the ball excellently inside the area to find Castillo. And hang on, another chance comes in. But Alexander Roberts saved the day for Perth United, and then they went up the other end and scored almost immediately. So could have been 5-4, ended up being 6-3. Castillo, Sharazan, Ramley. Jaimez has been quite good tonight for Longobarda. One of the shining lights in what has been quite a dark night for the club. Definitely some positives to take away, but ultimately the result just hasn't been there. And with a minute and a half left on the clock, they'd almost need a miracle now to get something out of the contest. Sharazan, Ramley, Jaimez. His magical finish hasn't been enough. Ramley has to be careful. Jaimez. A lovely ball again! And they pulled one back at 6-4. And Gutierrez gets himself on the score sheet. Juan Jaimez's pass was courtesy of the assist. And maybe, just maybe, a glimmer of hope for Longobarda. Chock all the way back, Robert. Pass it long into the roof, and this game has really opened up in the closing stages. Goals flying in left, right, and centre. 10 goals in the contest. Castillo, ball in the corner, Gutierrez, Ramley, ball to the back post, it's good! And it's 6-5 all of a sudden. Longobarda have the momentum, and what a ball that was from Ramley. The finish from Sharazan looked easy, but make no mistake, it wasn't. From that acute of an angle to take it first time and place it the way you did. And moments earlier, you'd say it was Perth United's game, but all of a sudden, we've got a contest on our hands in just under a minute for Longobarda to complete one of the most memorable of comebacks. And the game is on a nice edge now. Long ball forward, Castro through the legs of Ramley. Yusuf Berrian to settle, but he don't have long to go. Gutierrez. Ramley. Castillo has to be good here. Credowicz has won it up high, bursting forward. Alexander Credowicz still going. And McCracken does enough to keep Longobarda in it. Corner to come for Perth United. Longobarda need to be efficient now. United perhaps, they'll hold it in the corner, up the line. Chock, he's got experience, so too Credowicz. He'll know exactly what to do to eat those seconds off the clock. And another side ball for United. Credowicz just trying to waste that time. 25 seconds left in the contest now. Credowicz doing all he can. There's not much this Longobarda defense can do. Credowicz loses out. Longobarda have a man forward. The pass by Jaimez was perhaps a little rushed. Ramley was in an offside position, or a position nearest to the goal without any defenders goal side of him, but the pass couldn't quite connect. They'll need everything to go their way now, Longobarda, but it just may not be their night. 9 seconds. And the ball with Perth United from the side. Centering ball, Castro, and he was fouled by Jaimez, who's already on a yellow. But it won't be a dismissal. Longobarda. And they have reached the 5 foul mark. And 4 seconds left to go. They'd need a miracle. They need to leave someone up the other end, you'd think, and hope for a McCracken clutch and distribute it long straight away, but the way it's set out, it probably won't really leave them with a chance to attack. Wicks plays it out, so 1.3 seconds left to go. They've got to punch it long. McCracken telling the players to leave it for him. Long ball forward! And it was a decent pass inside the area by Sean McCracken. But ultimately time was Longobarda's enemy as they go down 6-5 in a very exhilarating contest. We'll see you in the next match when Perth Boomers take on the Condors.